Morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, February 17. We're here. Had a couple weeks off. As I was saying to Charlie, it's been 3 weeks since we actually did this all right, because there's the week I forgot to put out the announcement, and there's the week I didn't do it right. We weren't on Facebook, and so who knows how it's going this week. We hope we're here, and we hope you're there. I see one thumbs up. There's Marie Eaton. Greetings from snow on the ground in Bellingham. Nice.
Hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie. Hi, Nancy Basket. Hi, Mark Wilson. Hi, Bonnie O'Donnell. Hope everyone's feeling better. Yes, we are. Thank you. Although we may be hearing from the cats, because they're for some reason bereft this morning. Everything that they want isn't happening. I don't know why. Let me just make sure we get some more people here, I bet. Let me move this a little bit. There we go. Bonnie. Hi, Aloysius. Hi, Judy Abbey. Hi, Steve Verona. Hi, Kathy Marzik. Hi, Raleigh Brown.
Raleigh. Oh.
There's Henry. We're not sure where Henry learned that, but if he'd been left in an orphanage, that's the noise he would have learned to make sure that they feed him. Hi, Casey Stafford. Hi, Janet Peterson. Hi, Janet Wisniewski. Yes, we are feeling better, thank you. Rosalind Adele open mic. Oh, I bet that's Neil. Hi, Neil. Hi, Dorothy Holland from Santa Fe. This right here, I call it the breathing room. And I come here sometimes. When are you breathing? How are you breathing? Just breathe. You will be fine. Hi, Pat Buckner. First snow today on the BC West Coast, he says. There's a bed in the breathing room, and I lie down sometimes. When are you breathing? How are you breathing? Just breathe. You will be fine. Just breathe. Will be fine. Hi, Carol Pred. There's a window in the breathing room. I can see the stars shine. When are you breathing? How are you breathing? Just breathe. You will be fine. Just breathe. You will be fine. Ooh. Sunny afternoon, just breathe, says the breathing room. Hi, Linda Zimmerman. This right here, I call it the breathing room. I come here sometimes. When are you breathing? How are you breathing? Just breathe. You will be fine. When are you breathing? How are you breathing? Just breathe. You will be fine. Just breathe. You will be fine. Hi, Sybil Bannett. Hi, Cynthia Cohen. Linda Zimmer, it's how wonderful to be here on another snowy morning. Happy to be in the breathing room. Glad you're here. Steve Verona says, cat people should be sure to read Gene Weingarten's Substack series on Grandpa the cat and her, yes, her 3 kittens. Guess they really didn't know which sex was Grandpa. Kathy Marzik says, gotta love those orange cats. Ours is a Chatterbox too. Yes, with your ROM logo. That's what that is, Neil. You're right. I'm too elderly to be able to see the logo from here, but that's truly what it is. I agree. Hi, Mary Williston. Nice to see you. So the breathing room, we're trying to remain calm here because we're getting ready to go on this weekend. We're going to go do a show with Sloan Wainwright in Oxford, New York. In case anyone lives in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, we'll be with Sloan at the 6 on the Square Saturday night in Oxford, New York. Beautiful, sweet little listening room. I've been playing there since I was in my 20s, I think. And then next week we go west, and so we have to get the house ready for the house sitters. I had to make a cat sitter letter explaining how the house worked to the cat sitters. I have to think of all the things that I have to move. And yesterday we made our plane tickets and our from the West Coast home from our. We're going to be coming to Oregon. We'll be in Olympia, Washington, Eugene, Oregon, and Sisters, Oregon, the third weekend in March. Keep an eye on my website and Facebook for some announcements. I've changed my idea why I have enough idea why it changed, says Rosalind Open Mic. Hi, Ginny Murphy. And so yesterday we're trying to get this ticket. It costs a fortune, number one, to fly from Portland to Boston, and you have to. And the flight that is most reasonable leaves at 6 a.m. And so then I'm looking at, okay, how do I find a hotel near the airport that doesn't cost so much? It's not insane, but we can't be miserable. I don't want to dread that day throughout the entire tour. So that's just part of being on the road. And I was thinking it today, this is why someday, if you want to retire, this is why you would retire. So you don't have to look at how to get a plane ticket from Portland to Boston and where to stay in a hotel and look ahead to the fact you will have no sleep that day. Hi, Brenna Hoffman Olivier. I don't see you on YouTube live yet. Happy to be here with your Facebook. Well, I should be there. I tried to go there. Nancy Basket. I bought my tickets for the show in Olympia. Great. Not on YouTube for me. Well, it looked like I was on YouTube when I set it up this morning. Hi, Mikkel. Nice to see you. Hi, DLC. Nice to see you. Steve Verona. Try refreshing YouTube page. It's working for me, says Steve Verona. Thank you, Steve. All right. I want to do this song because it just seems like such a kind song in this world we're having. And I don't know, by the way, if you haven't seen the tip jar today is going to go to Haven Watch in Minnesota. I put a link to it on the Facebook page if you want to see it. Haven Watch are folks that are meeting people outside of ICE facilities with warm coats and burner phones and some food and a warm car. May your numbers all be lucky. May your traffic lights be green. May you know high and low and be mostly in between. May you go a little crazy if it helps you to explain the troubles of a world that's gone insane. Hi, John Ferrulo. My prayer for you. You may do what makes you laugh and makes you new. And when others smell the roses, may you stop and pick a few. Live it up before they drop the other shoe. My prayer for you. May you find an old friend. May you lose a little weight. If they catch you red-handed, may you have your story straight. May you always see them coming, so to keep from being burned by the nosy and the pushy, acting helpful and concerned. My prayer for you. You may do what makes you laugh and gets you through, and what others do in 12 steps, may you nail in 9 or 10, and never have to wake your sponsor up again. My prayer for you. Hi, Bunny Barnes. May you find the consolation of some living, loving thing. A cat or dog will do if you give up on human beings. If your dreams are all in vain, may you be the last to know. And if they ever blow the world up, may you be the first to go. My prayer for you. When it's all through, you've had your day, got your due, and may many be sad to see the last of you. Just a few be glad to see it too. My prayer for you. I like how this song also just kind of fades out. It's a Chuck McCabe song. Chuck was a fine songwriter, lived in the Bay Area, died about 10 years ago now. I see that Tricia Cronin is here. Good morning on YouTube in South Salt Lake. I'm happy to hear you and see you. Good to see you, Tricia. Kathy Marzik says that the cat sitter, Bliss for the cat sitter, are going to make a great song. I'll have to work on that. That's actually not a bad idea. Although then you learn all the things about me, like that fact that I say, and would you please leave it as clean as I left it? Used to be in Moab when I would get house sitters. It was a little epic what I would do the night we came home. I would have to somehow claim it again for myself. And one time we came home early and the house sitter wasn't ready for us. And I opened the refrigerator and there was raw egg that had been spilled down the entire door. So we're trying songs today that we haven't played for a while because we stopped playing the stuff from the new CD because I felt like we played it a lot. But we're doing this show with Sloan Wainwright in Oxford on Saturday, and we need to move back into these songs. If you don't play songs for a while, they forget you, and you don't remember how they feel. And I find you got to play songs for a while, move back into them. So we're moving back into these songs for this weekend. Thank you, Bunny Barnes. Little caterpillar, here by the side of the road, with a place you wanna go, and I can't tell. This will not end well. Little caterpillar, see this leaf I found. I'm gonna lift you off the ground, set you back there in the grass. I'm gonna save your ass. And I know my hand must be frightening. It's hard to understand what descends like lightning out of the blue, moving you, little caterpillar. We're only as tall as we are, and we can only see so far, and we have to guess, and it can make a mess, little caterpillar. If we could just back up and not care so much about where we're bound. Hi, Jesse Walsh. If we could turn around. I keep going, 'cause sometimes that's all I've got. The art is knowing when to stop, but that's hard to do when you're stubborn like me and you, little caterpillar, with your tiny plan. Strike out across the land, it's a blind leap. It's the hope we keep when you are crossing open ground. Keep your chin up and your head down, and hope that you know the blessing of an open road. Thank you. Ginny Murphy says, I love this song. Sybil Bannock, good to hear some old favorites today. Thank you. Jesse Walsh, my adorable, beautiful neighbors here. Hi, Becky May. Nice to see you. Barry Kazendorf, good morning. Thank you all for coming. All right, I have a poem. You know, I often read poems by Rosemary Watola Tromer. And hi, Ahmed. Nice to see you. And hi, Jackie Smith. Nice to see you. Ahmed and I went to high school together. Okay, this is by Rosemary Watola Tromer, and it's called Cast of Millions. There on the dream marquee, in big black all caps, were 3 words: Dear people, dare. I stood on the dream sidewalk, staring up into the vast dream dark, and thought, someone made a movie about tenderness. Real people finding courage to offer love and care to those who are wounded, which is all of us. That's when I woke, determined to audition for that show every day for the rest of my life. I love that poem. And this is a good time for me to tell you that we are giving all the tips today to Haven Watch in Minneapolis. People who are waiting with warm cars and coats outside the ice facilities. For people who are just released into the elements of Minneapolis without a coat on, without food, without a phone. Okay, where are we? Let's see. Oh, let's play Seattle. That's what we're going to play. So, if whatever comes into the tip jar today, we'll go there. Jackie Smith, I saw the photo of you and Peter Artel doing your 60s look. You guys were so cute. What a beautiful poem, says Kathy Marzik. Hi, Janet Shields Lagergren. Positive words you sing or always speak touch each of us. Thanks. You know what, Charlie? Let's have a little moment of actually a sorbet to cleanse the palate. Let's do Ski Boy. And then we'll go there. Is that okay?
That's fine.
So Charlie's going skiing after the show today. Charlie, how many days are you up to skiing yet?
59.
I think we're at 60.
60 would be today.
Today is Charlie's 60th day of skiing. Charlie's going to ski his age. He's done now. He's 60. That's a joke. Charlie has 17 more years. 18 more years, that's right. And we're leaving soon for the West, and there's no snow in the West. So Charlie needs to get a lot of his skiing done here. And when we get back from our tour, we're going to be gone for most of March because we'll be out West. I might do a solo show from Moab. But the show as it is right here, we won't be back till the very end of March. So I wanted to do this because, winter will be done when we get back, I hope. This is a song I wrote a number of years ago on one morning that Charlie had gotten up and turned on all the lights on his way to go ski. And I had been in love with my candles, and so I kept turning all the lights off behind him, and he didn't realize what I was doing. And we continued that for about 45 passive-aggressive moments until he left for the ski mountain, and then I wrote this song. Let's see, Jackie Davis. We're getting snow this week in Colorado. Oh, that's a different Jackie. Hi, Jackie Smith. Nice to see you. I have Jackie Davis Smith, and we have Jackie Davis Smith. Wow, you guys have the exact same name, but I know that you're different people. Here we go. So this is called Ski Boy. I am who I am, you are who you are, my dear. You like to ski, go, 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 the snow is here. I am who I am, I light candles at dawn. You like to ski, go, 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 so you turn all the lights on. I am who I am, I want to see the sun rise. I turn the lights off, they're blinding my eyes. But you are who you are, now you can't find what you need. You turn the lights back on, 'cause you want to go ski, oh, sometimes. All we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. I turn the lights off, I don't want them on. They're not part of my plan for greeting the dawn. But your ski pants are black, and now it's dark in the hall. You turn the lights back on. You don't want to fall, I don't want you to fall. I wouldn't mind if you tripped. I turn the lights back off to slow you down a bit. Oh, sometimes all we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. You are who you are, so you pretend not to mind, 'cause you want to ski, go, 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 and you've got to get there on time. So you neatly leap over this marital ditch, though by now you wouldn't rhyme that line with light switch. Oh, sometimes all we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. Oh, and by now I have noticed that something's gone wrong. By now I can't remember if the lights were off or on. Sometimes all we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. Sometimes just love. Steve Verona wrote, headlamp. Charlie, we should get you a headlamp.
Yeah.
Hey, here's Kate McLeod. Nice to see you, Kate McLeod. Kate McLeod is a fine songwriter from Salt Lake City.
Okay.
And you might be getting some snow there soon. Oh, wait, the snow's coming to the west, says Kathy Marzik. And now I have to look carefully to see which Jackie Davis Smith is posting now. Jean Ray, good morning. Carol Pred and Kathy sent us smileys. Thank you, DLC. Thank you. Hi, Connie Jellison. Okay. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good. So I want to make one more announcement, which is that Charlie and I will be with Sloan Wainwright in New York State, upstate New York. We call it upstate New York.
And Glenn.
In Glen Rothel this weekend at 6 on the Square, and there's information on the Facebook page. And then the third weekend in March, we will be coming to Olympia, Washington at Traditions Cafe. And then on Saturday, the 21st, I think, we will be at in Eugene. We'll do a split show with co-bill with my good friend Beth Wood at the Eugene Unity Church, Unity of Gene. And then on that Sunday, the 22nd, or maybe it's the 20, I think it's the 22nd, we'll be in Sisters, Oregon, middle of Oregon, at Paulina Books. That Beth Wood is very sweetly doing a house concert for us. It's snowing in Pennacook. Hi, Sloan Wainwright. Here's Sloan Wainwright. We're going to do a show with Sloan Wainwright this weekend. We're very excited about that. And as we were saying, we're practicing our songs for this weekend. Here's where I grew, and when the house was new, every floor solid, every angle was true. But the truth moves on, the solid is gone, and this door won't close. It's got character now, you might say, as the colors fade, and in truth, I like old stuff that has seen better days. Here's what the metaphor means. I've got a porch that leans, and this door won't close. And I'm feeling like Seattle when all it does is rain. Weather in this house warps the doors with pain. Little meditation, some do-re-mi, make a charming home out of what is falling down around me. How do you pull through? What's your can of can-do? Somewhere in the back of a cupboard do you keep that cheeky attitude? How do you build yourself a nest between lost and found? I'm asking everyone, how did you learn to calm down? 'Cause I'm feeling like Seattle when all it does is rain. Weather in this house warps the doors with pain. Little meditation, some do-re-mi, make a charming home out of what is falling down around me. If we return to the door, the initial metaphor, the reason I am singing this song for, 'cause I'm trying to fall in love with the door and how it's bending. It's the only way I know how to heal without mending. I'm feeling like Seattle when all it does is rain. Weather in this house warps the doors with pain. Little meditation, some do-re-mi, make a charming home out of what is falling down around me. Falling down around me. Good morning, Roland Brown. Roland says, nice bass interlude. Love your sensibilities, Charlie. Good morning, Sandy Cash. At last, time zones worked out. Happy to hear you again. Glad you're here. Kim Wallach, good morning. Keen. Steve Verona says, nice seeing Sloan via the internet with Lucy Roach Wainwright at Cafe Lena a couple of days ago. I heard from Sloan that she was going to go to that show. Bonnie O'Donnell, I love the song. Glad you're doing it today. I'm in that frame of mood. Ellen Bowling, good morning. Nice to see you. Bonnie was in my songwriting workshop when she wrote the most amazing. I said, let's write a letter to someone you haven't seen for a while or whatever it was. But Bonnie brilliantly said, "Dear working body, I haven't seen you in a while." That was my favorite thing, Bonnie. I loved that song that you started. All right. Let's try Call the Cousins. Let's just give it a go.
Okay.
So this is a song I wrote a couple months ago when a friend of mine, Kent Allen, his brother-in-law died. And Neil Braverman, dearest Cozy and Charlie, thanks for the awesome live stream. Already Venmo'd you for your important cause. Thank you, Neil. So for those of you who don't know, today's tip jar is going to Haven Watch in Minnesota. Aloysius, I fixed the doors real and metaphorical and watched other people do the struggling. I try to help. That's nice, Aloysius. Kathy Marzik, how charming to make a home with what is falling down around me. That's all we can do in today's times. I agree. So let's go out on this. Charlie and I, for a while, we were working on this song, and then this morning I said, remember that song? So when this man died, and by the way, Jesse, we have lost Jesse Jackson. So let's remember that. Jesse Jackson, a fine politician and speaker and person in the world and in the civil rights movement, died at 84 yesterday. And don't we wish we had somebody like that right now in the country, making a lot of noise. So this fine man who died, his final words were, "Call the cousins. It's time to call the cousins. I'm near the end." He said, "It's time to call the cousins. I am near the end. There's a light under the door. This is where my river bends. The world is growing dim. The room is growing cold. It's time to call the cousins. I am growing old. Call the cousins, the neighbors and relations. Call the saints and all the angels to their station. Tell the elder I am gone and the world can move on. Call the cousins. Who knows what is coming for the well-worn heart? The faraway shore, the moment we part, rooted to the ground, but imagining wings. Call the cousins, it's a mystery, but in the end we always sing. Call the cousins, the neighbors and relations. Call the saints and all the angels to their stations. Tell the sparrow I am gone and the world can move on. Call the cousins. Here's the river where we wait for the boat to appear. Is the mystery where we go, or that we were ever here? Call the cousins, the neighbors and relations. Call the saints and all the angels to their stations. Tell the sparrow I am gone and the world can move on. Call the cousins. Oh, thank you, Kathy Marzik. I saw that Angela Keaty was asking where the tip jar is. It's my Venmo or my PayPal. At Cozy-Sheridan is my Venmo. And Kathy has very sweetly posted the link there, which I will put for just a moment. I can add to the broadcast. There it is. So all tips today will go to Haven Watch in Minnesota. Meeting people outside the ICE facility with warm cars, warm coats, food, and burner phones. TLC. Thank you all for coming today. We will not be back for a few weeks. I might do a show in March. Keep an eye out. Charlie's going to go be ski boy in Bozeman, Montana with his children and grandchildren. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to Moab, Utah. I'll be doing a show in Carbondale, right outside Glenwood Springs, the last Saturday in February with my friend Heidi Rovig at Steve's Guitars. And the first Friday in March, I'm going to be doing a benefit in Moab, Utah for Cane Creek Development Watch. These fine people who have $30,000 in legal bills trying to fight a horrible development right on the Colorado River. You'll find that on my Facebook page as well. And if you'd like to bid on the silent auction, to help raise money for their legal fees. And if you want to come to Moab, we'd love to see you. Roland Brown, click tip jar, click overview at the top of the screen. Thank you for saying that. Janet Peterson, good, thanks for coming. Carol Pred, thanks for being here. Thank you all for being here. We've really enjoyed being with you. Thank you for being good people in this world. We need more of them. The more of us who are good people and remind the others that there are good people, the more good people there will be. I believe that. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Michaela. Hope to see you this summer. All right. We love you all. Be safe. Try to remain informed, but not so much that you want to give up. Because who knows? The tide will turn. Change is coming. I'm sure of it. Have a good week. Bye.